Welcome everyone to Team Anamex Reading Chronicles, where we, fellow readers, talk to you guys about reading. Why? Because reading is important. Without reading, you wouldn't know how to read. Without knowing how to read, none of us could read. So, the lesson today, reading is important.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Team Anamex.
Yes.
Mark Wynn.
Tina Gomez.
Team Anamex.
Team Anamex.
And we're self-published writers.
Yes.
Here on YouTube. Today we're going to talk to you guys about a part of the writing process that is super important.
Yes.
But is also really annoying.
Oh, yeah.
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 So we're going to talk about
Proofreading.
Oh.
We love it so much.
Yeah. Who wouldn't? I mean, it's proofreading. So, we're going to give you guys a little bit of advice on, what you could do to help you proofread better, or, just some tips to kind of help you along on the proofreading process. Not that we're experts.
No, we're not experts, but this is just from our own experience that we
Right.
might want to share our failures with you.
Yes, share our failures so you can succeed.
Okay, so my first advice or tip, whatever you want to call it, is proofread more than one time. I think that is very important. There has been quite a few times we have proofread our books. We edit our own books. So great. So we have actually proofread our books many times. We're proofreading our last novel in our trilogy series, The Gift of Fortune, and yeah, fun time.
Yeah. Although a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, my first tip is going to be to read along with some kind of program that will actually read to you. Now, there's programs out there that you have to pay for in order to achieve this, but recently Microsoft has implemented this feature in Microsoft Word, so you can have a couple different voices at different speeds read your document, your manuscript to you. And to me,
I was gonna say it's not perfect, but
no, it's not
it gets
perfect.
the job done.
It's pretty robotic, no different than like Siri or the Google Assistant, but
Oh my goodness, and sometimes it like has a glitch where it starts like sounding like, and then it went to, it like sounds really bad, like they're
underwater, or,
yeah,
or
like
they got like a
underwater.
serious smoking habit that
Yeah.
they should quit soon. But yeah, and then there's times where they kind of mispronounce certain words even though it's spelled right.
Yeah.
But to me, sometimes it's kind of a pro, because when they say something weird, it kind of draws your attention.
Yeah, it draws
Wait
your
a minute,
attention.
is that spelled right?
Right.
Or did I write that the way I was supposed to?
Right.
So that's why it helps me.
But don't completely depend on it.
No.
Still do it yourself along with it.
Yeah. Another reason why I think doing that is important is because when you're editing yourself, a lot of times you know what the story is supposed to say, you know how it's supposed to go, so your mind will easily gloss over, errors that are there, because you know what it's supposed to be like and you know what it's supposed to say. But it's not what the paper actually says.
Alright, that's a good tip. Okay. My second tip I have is, if you can read, other than reading along with like a program, have someone else read with you or for you. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be an editor that you pay, but maybe it can be like a partner, like we're partners. It can be a friend, family member, whoever, just someone human to also like give you an opinion or just help you along the way with the editing process. For example, I'm really good at spelling, and sometimes I'm not so great with grammar. And we work really well with that because he's really good with grammar, and
I'm not the greatest at spelling.
yeah,
No.
that's not his strongest suit. So
Shout out to all my elementary teachers.
so we work really well. Like, we bounce off each other with those. So maybe like find someone who has what word am I looking for?
Someone
Like
that can balance
like a strong
out.
so yeah, like a balance out what you're not very strong with and then what they could possibly be strong with. So that's my second tip.
So my tip is one that I'm sure you've heard tons and tons of times before. Maybe you don't have the money for it, but if you do, you should definitely consider it, and that's to get a professional editor. Now, we don't have professional editors, but we know that there's benefits to having a professional editor. So we're, giving that advice to you in case that's what you're looking for. So pretty much like Tina said, but just on a higher level, a professional editor is someone who does this for a living, or at least they have a good track record with editing other things that you can see, like other books, other documents, whatever. So you want to pick someone, good for a reasonable price, of course, and hopefully they'll be able to read through your manuscript and find all the grammaticals and spelling errors and things like that maybe you're not so good at catching. But don't solely rely on them, because they're also human and they also make mistakes, and they could have done a good job, but that doesn't mean they got everything.
Yeah. If you don't know something, look it up. Don't just go by what you think, because chances are maybe you don't actually know. Like, for example, sometimes when we're reading through, like I said, I'm really good with spelling, so like I'll pick up on something and I'll be like, oh, does that actually need a hyphen in it, or does that, does that word not have a hyphen in it?
There are a lot of rules to the writing process, and there are certain phrases that require hyphens, or for you to use italics, and then there are other times where certain things need to be the first letter needs to be capitalized, certain places where commas have to be there, and sometimes where they don't have to be there. Right. So it's easy to get confused, so you always want to be sure.
For all of you that have not realized by now, English is complicated.
Yeah. English is definitely weird, so yeah.
Yeah, just make sure you know how to spell it right, how to say it right. If it needs specific grammatical things in it, just instead of just like going by your gut feeling, or like, oh, I know how to say that or spell that or whatever, just look it up just to be sure. Just a tip.
My last one is a bit crazy, and it was something that I tried recently with one of our books, and I don't know if I necessarily recommend it, because it didn't necessarily work for me,
I know you're talking
but it could work for you. I don't know. You're different. You're not me, so who knows? But my last tip is to read your manuscript backwards. So not reading literally backwards, like the letters backwards, like making weird words, like backmasking, but to start from like the end of the story and start with that paragraph, and then go to the paragraph before it, and continuously move
from
up.
end to beginning.
Yeah, from end to beginning. So what I was hoping to achieve is, I was hoping to, like I mentioned before, sometimes your mind can gloss over the parts of the story that you know very well.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to somewhat trick my mind into like not connecting the dots as easily. So by doing this, I was hoping that I could see errors a lot better, because I wouldn't exactly know how the story is like read from end to beginning. So
Right.
that's what I was hoping to achieve. But like I said, it didn't really work for me. A lot of times I lost my place, get kind of confused, and then you have to go back. Wait, did I read that line? So it was kind of hectic for me. But hey, maybe it works for you.
Yeah. Alright, so that's all the tips we have for right now. Thank you
Yep.
so much for watching. We hope that in some form or way this helped you, or
Probably
at
not.
least
But anyway, yeah, we hope this helped you, and we hope that you have a better time with proofreading, because we are not. No, just kidding. But thank you guys for watching.
If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. We would really, really appreciate it. And just, support us, help out small people like us, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.